Has a friend or a family member or colleague ever criticized someone else in front of you and you notice that this made you a little bit or a whole lot uncomfortable? Or perhaps you've been the one doing the criticizing and the person you're criticizing isn't even present and you found yourself feeling somewhat guilty about speaking that way of someone that wasn't even there to defend themselves. Or maybe you criticized someone who was present and you criticized them in front of others and you even felt the criticism was more like corrective feedback, but still you noticed yourself feeling badly about yourself afterwards. Well, there's a reason that these feelings of guilt or being uncomfortable, there's a reason those feelings rise up inside of ourselves. And the reason that this happens, well, it might surprise you. Hi, I'll explain that today on the video. I'm Mary Morrissey, author of 2 best-selling books, No Less Than Greatness and Building Your Field of Dreams, which became a PBS special. I'm also the founder of Life Mastery Institute. Now, you may not know this about me, but I am a big football fan. There was once a man named Vince Lombardi who was an American football player and an amazing coach, and eventually an executive in the National Football League. One of the things he famously said was, praise in public, criticize in private. Now, why is this? Every single one of us is actually wired to want to feel more expansive, we're actually wired to want to do good things. And we have our human side of our nature. And when we criticize in public, there's a whole other thing that happens, and when we try to give corrective or helpful feedback, we tell someone something they're doing or not doing that we want to discuss with them because we feel a disruption either in their work with us, in a project we have to do together, or in our relationship. It's just a simple rule that if we publicly praise someone, find them doing something great and publicly say it and just say in front of others, wow, I just loved it the way you did. This was really amazing when. That there's an expansion that everybody feels. Everyone wants to expand. Everyone wants to experience more life. And when we're being criticized, when we're being helped by someone else's perception, there's an instant nudge in us to feel defensive and to push away that criticism or push away that feedback. But if you will just open up in that moment where someone's giving you some helpful feedback and then look for the grain of truth in it. Don't try to agree with all of it. You may not agree with all of it. But you're saying, you know what, I'll think about that. I want to find whatever part of this can really help me grow. And when you're giving your feedback to someone else, do it in private. And say to them, you may not see this, you may not agree with this, but this is what I'm seeing, and this is what it seems like to me. And I hope you find a grain of truth in this. Now, publicly criticizing others will almost always work against you. You end up feeling bad about yourself. You're wired for growth, expansion, and greatness. So when it comes to you in your life, why not do a little experiment? For the next 7 days, that's just 1 week, set an intention that you will stop every bit of critical comment or correction that's done in front of anybody else besides the person you're sharing it with. Set an intention that for 1 whole week, you will praise someone if anybody else is around, and then if you have a critical comment or helpful feedback, you'll do that in private. Now, you may already be doing this, or you may not. And if not, doing this may take a little getting used to. But just give it a try and see how it feels for you. And you're going to find, if you're like me, it can take some time to put a practice into real repetition. But it's going to be a wonderful thing when you do this. And also, if you're like me and you've been doing this for a while, this next 7 days, let's all take whatever practice we have about this to a whole new level. Do this over time, and you may even notice that it begins to enhance the quality of the time you spend with others. It enhances the quality of your relationships. It changes so many things in your life, and particularly how you feel about you. So let me ask you a question. What's a question that you have that I could answer in an upcoming video? Perhaps something to do with your relationship or what you're doing for your work or how to transform some other area of your life. Go ahead and share your question with me in the comment section below. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to create a video with your answer. Also, I want to say, if you are not yet subscribed to my videos, go ahead and click the subscribe button. And then each time I post a video, you'll be notified you can be first to watch the video. Thanks for watching today. Bye for now. I'll see you real soon.